Apple just released a computational device called the MacBook Neo. Now, personally, I would have just called it the MacBook, but okay. It's a cool looking word. $600. A $600 MacBook. And $500 with a student discount. That's crazy. The budget market and the not so power users, people who are not going to be trying to, make things in Blender or in DaVinci Resolve or something. This is great. This is a fantastic thing. More people are going to hop on board the Apple train. More people are going to have access to Mac OS, which I love Mac OS. I think that's cool. And it's almost definitely, with Apple's track record, going to be a good device to do stuff with. It's not going to have silly problems. You never know, but it probably will not. Love it. First Mac. That's clever, actually, the more I think about it. You got your colors, you got your durable design, 13-inch liquid retina display. It's going to be wet all the time. That's going to be interesting. Keyboard and trackpad. Not a haptic trackpad, I hear. Got your Touch ID. Touch ID comes with a specific configuration, which is $100 more. That is helpful. Touch ID for logging into websites is a big deal. 1080p FaceTime camera. No notch, which I like. I like that. Speakers. I'd be curious to see how the speakers perform compared to, like, my MacBook Pro has some nice big speakers. Less ports. That's a thing. That's a thing to consider. But for a lot of people, it might not be that big of a deal. It can even run Microsoft PowerPoint. This will be so good for, like, younger college students, people who just don't have a ton of money flying around to throw at laptops. They can use this to be productive, create things, and definitely scroll the desktop version of TikTok, which I think will be a net positive for society. Now, I have to admit, at first, I really did not understand this device. Oh, also, their their teaser video for this is ridiculous. Like, all the animation stuff that they were doing in there. They had like a finger going around the edge of the material that turns into the laptop, and it like rounds the edges, and it was wild. It's probably all created in Nano Banana, or maybe they have their own like proprietary version called Nano Apple. I hope somebody made that, like, really. I didn't understand it. I was like, okay, we have a MacBook Pro, we have MacBook Air. Where's this go? But then I started learning a bit more about it, and learning about the price, and learning about where it's going to fit in. And I was like, okay, cool. Very clever. Now, when you look at the top bar of their website, you look at their product lines, there's so much going on. This is definitely not the Apple of yesteryear. I mean, we got MacBook Neo, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, iMac, Mac Mini, Mac Studio, Mac Pro, iPad Air, iPad Mini, iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone Air, iPhone 17, iPhone 17e, iPhone 16, Apple Watch Series 11, Apple Watch SE 3, Apple Watch Ultra 3, Apple Watch Nike, Apple Watch Hermes, Vision Pro. We managed to do a one product line. Very good. It's a lot. There's a lot going on there. So why can't we just do like a MacBook Pro and then our MacBook Neo? Just call it a MacBook. Take off the Neo part. Just call it a MacBook. Maybe you guys can help me understand where the MacBook Air fits these days. I think that we should have an iPhone big and an iPhone small. Let's bring back. I was holding my iPhone 4. Maybe it was a 4S. 4 or 4S. In my opinion, the most beautiful phone body that Apple ever made. And it was so much smaller than my current phone. And I thought it was so lovely. I was like, man, that'd be good. Can we make another one like that? And I don't think they're physically as nice anymore. But anyway, I digress. Bring back the home button. I'm probably not going to be I'm not going to have a lot of company on that one, but I wonder, maybe there's like a niche home button community. Also, the color options, it's not what I would have chosen. There's like one or two that I would choose between. The lime, neon, citrus does not look appealing to me at all. It seems like a fair bit of people like it, and that's fine. That's great. Enjoy. But yeah, pink's nice. Pink's nice. You know what I want? I want an off-white, like yellowish MacBook. They could even make it look like the old, like, patinaed Macs of yesteryear. And I want like a coffee brown laptop, like matte coffee brown, good. I mean, you have to be specific about the exact brown we end up with, but I think Apple could pull it off. And then a blue, like a space blue laptop. Do they have that? Okay, it's kind of there. It's kind of there. That's basically what I'm thinking. I wonder if we could change the shade of blue a little bit, but yeah. And then one with like a 1970s wood panel texture on it, right? Right? That's a really underutilized color way in the computer industry. Wood panel and shag carpet we could put the shag carpet on the inside, wood panel on the outside. Man, Johnny Ive would have done that.
What's one object that most people don't realize is brilliantly designed that gives you joy?
God, that's a
I'm
hard
sorry.
one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's hard. What's one object?
A spoon.
A spoon.
Yeah. Spoons
That's
are
a
good.
good one.
But yeah, it seems like we're working with a pretty powerful laptop. Unless you're doing really intensive things, you're probably not going to run into issues with it. You get your Apple Silicon integration, which is a huge asset for them at this point. And of course, we have an aluminum body, which is a big deal. That's fantastic. It's going to be very durable. This would have been good for me when I was a wee lad who was looking upon MacBooks from afar, saying, one day I will have a MacBook. I'm excited for more people to be able to get their hands on the products because they are still very good products. And I think it'll help people be very productive. I'm curious to see just how disruptive this is going to be because it looks like the table is set for it to be rather disruptive. And I just can't wait for the Apple Vision Neo, And for those who are thinking, Apple's still going easy on the AI, good. I don't want them to go hard on the AI. Everybody else is going hard on the AI. I just want Apple to make good devices that work well and are reliable. That's what I want. I don't care that they're not innovating, magically taking over, making AI go into a new strata. I don't care. I just want well-rounded devices that I own. They work properly, consistently. They're reliable. They're not covered in ads. And I'm not subscribing to do everything. So anyway, that's that. Just some rambles about the new MacBook Neo. I think they should drop the Neo. I think they should call it the MacBook Nemo and do like a yellow, like a clownfish color scheme, right? You guys, that's where my retention just drops and then YouTube analytics right there. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.